Yes, what's going on, people? Welcome to another Gunners chat room. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. In this episode, or in this video, I should say, we're going to be reviewing the game again, the North London Derby. It's going to be like, it was interesting. I'm still buzzing. I'm sure Johnny-Boy is still buzzing. Everyone is still buzzing. Social media is still feeling the vibes. Feeling Eberechi Eze. You understand? But let's say, Johnny Boy, how you doing, man? How you doing? Before we get into it, how you doing today, man? You're on mute, my friend.
I'm ecstatic, happy to be here. This was, I think, one of the best weekends for an Arsenal fan in a long time, if I can remember, whereby all our rivals lost, or the people that are supposed to be in that race with us, and Arsenal capitalized. So, who am I not to be happy? I mean, long may it continue. This is just the starting of good things to come for Arsenal this season. So I'm happy to be here.
You know the funny thing for me is every time the Arsenal plays Tottenham, right? I know that they've not beaten us in a long time. But I always feel like before the game, you're kind of nervous. And after the game, I'm like, why are we nervous in the first place? Like, why were we nervous? You know, we know we're going to beat them, but for
It's
some
because,
reason,
no. Yeah.
for some reason you just think, oh, today might be the day that we drop points, or today might be the day that we lose, but it's not happening. And they were very, very terrible in that game last night. So what did you think when you're watching the game?
There's a reason why not dollar is always going to be red. That's what that game proved to me. Tottenham are always our little neighbors. Yes, they won the title last season, but that doesn't matter. We are going for the bigger one this year, so I don't give a damn about them. I mean, yesterday's game, I think I was happy for two things. First of all, I was happy with the fight we showed. The way Arsenal, it showed that Arsenal really knew that, okay, this game we have to actually put a stamp on it. And like just like you said, we're always skeptical going into a Tottenham game because why? We know that when it comes to North London Derby, form goes out of the way. So it doesn't matter whether you've lost 5 games in a row or whatever, right? It's a derby game for a reason. It's a rivalry for a reason. So that anger, that anger, that pain, that seriousness of the game is always there. So I was happy with the intensity we showed from minute one. And you could see anybody that watched that game saw that Tottenham's gameplay yesterday was to come and draw that game. But I was happy that it didn't work out for them. Why? Arsenal were on the front foot. We didn't give them any space to breathe. And then as soon as Arsenal scored the first goal, I knew the game was over. And I didn't see a 4-goal 4-1 score, like, to be very honest. I saw like maybe a 2-0 comfortable win. But I mean, who am I to reject the 4-1? I was also happy with Eze because I heard he actually predicted that he was going to score against Tottenham. And not only did he score, he scored a hat-trick. He prayed to score and he scored a hat-trick. So what a wonderful way to stamp your authority. And people that have forgotten, he was supposed to go to Tottenham this summer. He never wanted to, but I mean, if Arsenal hadn't moved fast on him, he probably would have ended in Tottenham because he was this close to getting Tottenham. So God shined on him, and thank God he plays for the right side of Tottenham, and he's going to be the catalyst for us winning the title this year. So I'm just happy that we won the game, and Spurs is in the mud. So yeah.
Yeah, hopefully he's the catalyst that takes us to win the title. But I was going to say that I also read somewhere that he asked for extra training during the week because he really wanted to perform against Tottenham. I'm hoping it's not just for the Tottenham game. I'm hoping it's for the rest of the season as well, because you and I know when we're rating the season, rating players so far this season, my rating for Eze was very, very underwhelming. I think it was poor, so it has been poor. But hopefully the North London derby, his hat-trick will give him some ginger to get more goals and to come alive. But we were also saying as well that the way Eze plays, him and Gyökeres, they seem to clash because they're always ending up in the same position.
Yeah.
And I think Eze was able to capitalize and get more goals this time, or score those goals, because there was no one in front of him, because Marino, as usual, found himself in the midfield, and Eze was the first person up front, right? But when people like Havertz come back, or people like Gyökeres come back, do you think that Eze will have that kind of chance that he did? And by the way, before you answer that question, also know that if Odegaard was the one in those positions Eze was in, would have been trying to pass.
Yes.
He would not be shooting.
Yes.
But yeah, so what do you think? Like
True.
when Gyökeres and Havertz come back, do you think Eze will have that kind of performance again, or that free chance
My
almost? To-
my greatest fear is that when our major players come back, say Gyökeres and maybe other guy, I see a scenario whereby Eze goes back to the left hand side. That's what I think is going to happen. So Trossard is going to be the fall guy. He's going to be the one that is going to go to the bench. I don't see them clashing, but I think the reason why they clash, I don't think they really understand themselves very much. But I think when everybody's fit, I think Eze, like this game is going to be like a catalyst for him. I think it's going to give him that confidence now to like know that yeah, okay, now this is like a springboard for me to like know that I've arrived at. I think this game is this arrival. Welcome to Arsenal for me. This game is more like welcome to Arsenal. So I feel and I pray we're going to see the best of Eze going forward. So I don't think they're going to be clashes. And with Gyökeres is more like he's a striker. So I think Eze has realized that he's a striker. So his job is to be in the box, whether
He
Eze
usually
likes it or
is.
not. He can help
No,
out.
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
He can help out, but he should understand that Gyökeres is supposed to be at nine, so he's going to be in the box, whether he likes it or not. So I think he's going to be on the left. And if he's going to be on the left, I don't think he's going to clash so much with Gyökeres coming on from the left hand side. Maybe, but I think in the middle, that's why he clashes more with Gyökeres since he plays from the middle so far. But I think
Mm,
if he moves on to the left, he's not going to be clashing with Gyökeres. So I don't think
right.
that's going to be a problem. And they're experienced players. They're going to figure out a way to handle that.
Mm. Now, my next question now is because of the way Arsenal obliterated. Let's say you can use that word. They obliterated Spurs,
Yes.
right? Because they were nullified
Murdered.
and useless in the game, right? Is there a risk that Arsenal players, the Arsenal fan base, everyone will have that
Mhm.
overconfidence going into the Bayern game? Or do you think that everyone knows that Bayern is a different kettle of fish? Because but we know that in the recent past, Bayern has dealt with us. Even last season or two seasons ago, it was a draw. I think
Yeah.
we didn't face them last season, did we? But each
No,
time
we
we
didn't.
face
We
them,
didn't
it's
face
always
them last season.
been very, very tight. So now that we scored, like we won convincingly, is there going to be an overconfidence going into that game?
I mean, fans can be overconfident. I can't blame them. That's why we're fans, right? But the players shouldn't be. The players should treat the way I've always said, treat every game as a final. Don't think that you've won anything. Just treat every game as an individual game and as a final. So if Arsenal players, and I believe they should have that mindset, this is that every game is a different game. So treat it like you've won Tottenham. Fine, forget that's done. That game is done since Sunday. So now Monday, which is today,
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow, Bayern Munich should be your mindset, should be your thinking. And like you said, we have a score over Bayern. Bayern has been a thorn in our flesh.
Yeah.
So we have to get one over them, and we have to beat them convincingly. Well, I would take a win after. It doesn't have to be about. I mean, if it's convincing, who am I to reject that? But I
Yeah.
believe the players this season. I think the mindset I see from them this season, they are taking every game as it comes. They're not like getting ahead of themselves, which I like
Mm-hmm.
because we've been down. They've noticed that we've been down that road before 2 years ago, where we thought we had won the league, or 3 years ago. Yeah, we thought they
Yes.
won the league and it came back to bite us. But this season, I think they're taking the game one step at a time, which is a good mindset. So Bayern is a
Yeah.
different kettle of fish. Treat Bayern as a different game. Go with that mindset. Do the job against Bayern. I know that and remember Bayern is coming into this game. I think 16 wins, one draw. So I think they're the
Yes.
most informed team in Europe.
Yeah. But
So it's
Champions
going to
League
be a
is different,
statement. It's
isn't
going to
it?
be a state.
We are,
Yeah.
in the Champions League, we are
I
both
mean, but
competing in the Champions
Even
League.
in Champions League though, even in Champions League, they have 12 points as well, just like Arsenal.
Yeah.
So they're coming in top form. Like I
Right.
said, this season they've gone 16 games, win one draw. So they're not a small kettle of fish. So Arsenal is going to take the game seriously, and I believe we should be able to win that game.
Yeah, they're going to take the game seriously, but this is where me and you, I'm sure we both have our issue with Arteta, right? Because I can
Yeah.
smell that Arteta will revert back to type, where try to concede possession, try to be cagey, try to be cautious. He might not even want to rotate on that game. What do you think should be the strategy facing Bayern Munich? For me, I would
I
still
will
say
rotate.
be in
I
the
will,
front foot. Obviously, rotate a bit. I'm saying I'll rotate as well. Be on the front foot. Don't try to play the way we played against Liverpool because right now it's paining me that we did not attack Liverpool the way we're supposed to.
I think we were established that fact long time ago that
Yeah,
when I saw Liverpool, that's why I was more pained with the result because I felt Liverpool were there for the taking. But it's bygone,
yeah.
it's bygone. I don't want us to be dwelling in the past so much. But
Yeah, no,
anyway.
I'm not saying I want to dwell in the past. I'm just saying that I don't want us to play that kind of way against Bayern Munich. You know, yes, they are very
Yeah.
good, top quality players. Yes, Kane like to score against Arsenal, but we have a very solid foundation. We are good defensively. We are good on the press. So surely we should be able to nullify Bayern Munich and be on the front foot. Yes, we don't have our strikers. Maybe they will force Gyökeres back. We don't know. But I don't know if Merino should be the starting forward for us in that game. What do you think?
I'll make some if Gyökeres is fit, I think I'll play Gyökeres, to be very honest with you. I know Bayern. If you, I don't know whether you've seen Bayern this, but Bayern plays like a high line as well. Company plays like a high line, so his defenders push up. So I think someone like a Gyökeres will be perfect for this game because he's going to make the defenders not push up so much. Because if he's he's kind of the guy that can run in behind, like in between lines, right? So if he's fit, I'm going to play Gyökeres, and I'm going to make few changes, but not major changes. Like the back line is going to be the same. Maybe maybe I might bring in Lewis Kelly. I think that'll be the only change I'll probably do. I don't trust.
Resting?
Well,
so
I'll rest Calafiori.
Ah.
But it's going to be difficult now. Thinking that he's going to go against Olise. That's a. But I think I trust MLS. MLS is kind of aggressive, so I think he's able to handle Olise. I might be tempted to rest Timber as well because I don't know what you remember, but Luis Diaz is not going to play this game. He's suspended, so I don't think their right hand side is good. Their left hand side is going to give us so much of a trouble. So I might be tempted to play Ben White in this game because I feel in as much as Bayern is a tough team, but to me, I feel that we can afford to take a risk in the Champions League because we already have 12 points. So I feel he can take a little bit of gamble in the Champions League, a little bit, but not too much. But the league to me is my major kettle of fish. It's the league I want to really win this season more than the Champions League. So my starting lineup will be the same back: Hincapié, Saliba, MLS, and Ben White. The same midfield that started against Tottenham is going to start against Bayern. And then Trossard, Saka, and if Gyökeres is fit, I'm going to play Gyökeres. And then obviously have the other guys, Merino and the rest, on the bench. But like that team I put up should be able to take the game to Bayern Munich. I still trust that team to take the game to Bayern Munich. So I just pray, like I said, we just hope that doesn't give Bayern.
Your only change right now is MLS coming in for Calafiori. That's the only change you made.
I'm Ben White. I'll probably bring Ben White
for
in.
Timber. Wow. No,
and I hope Arteta doesn't. I just hope Arteta doesn't give Bayern so much respect. They are good, but I wouldn't give them so much respect because one, we are home. We're home, and that's not very good at home this season. So don't give Bayern that so much respect. They're not playing. Diaz is like their second or third best player this season, and they're going to play without him. So that's a little bit of respite for Arsenal there. So Arsenal should be on the front foot. The earlier we win that game, the better for us. You can make changes.
Yeah.
We can
going to be that easy.
Winning 2-0 first. I know it's not going to be easy, but I don't want us to concede too much respect to Bayern. They are good, but Arsenal is good as well this season, so don't give them so much respect. So that's my mindset I'm going to go into the game with.
Yeah, his company though. I don't think Arteta is going to be giving them as much respect per se, but he's just going to respect that they are a quality side and they've not lost many games this season, just like us. And like you said, it's already 12 points. No matter what happens, we are going to qualify. I'm sure even if we lose or draw to Bayern, which I'm not saying we should, right? We can still qualify with Bruges and all those kind of people. We don't have to top the table again. We just have to be in the top 8, and whatever happens. But yeah, I'm not going to just make all the defensive rotations. I think I don't mind rotating against Chelsea the following weekend. All right, so I'm not rotating.
So you're gonna rest players for Chelsea?
Let me tell you. I will tell you let me tell you my rotation. No, I'm going to do some rotation. My rotation is going to mostly be in the Champions League than against Chelsea, right? Reason being that Trossard for me is our most important attacker right now. Even this season, with Gyökeres in there, anybody in there, Trossard has been playing very, very well. So for this game,
he has.
let's rest his leg. He's an old man. Bring on Martinelli. right? Let Martinelli run them ragged in the
Okay, that's
in the
fair.
Champions
That's
League, and you
fair.
can
That's
bring in
fair.
Trossard later on if you need to, right? So I'm swapping Martinelli for Trossard. He must play Saka. Left for me, I would have brought in
I mean,
Madueke, but
Saka is captain, so
yeah, he must play Saka. So that one is no good area, no good area. Who else can I think that's the only change I might make. You know, that's the only change I might make.
wow.
Maybe
So you're going to keep the same team from the weekend. That's what you're saying.
no. I'll bring it.
Trossard.
No, I'll bring Miles Lewis Kelly as well. I'll bring Miles for Calafiori. That's the only change I'm
Okay.
making. That's the only changes I'm making. Timber is a machine. We can rest Timber down the line, but but we need Timber against that Bayern forward. You know, like yeah, no. So for me, is the only change, like I said, MLS and Martinelli to come on for this one, and rest Gyökeres one more game and bring him against Chelsea, and then we can do that
So
rotation
you're
that way.
fine with Merino up top. You're
Yeah,
fine with
because
Merino up top.
he's there, but he's not there. To me, I think it's just an extra
True.
midfielder, and all it does is to help us to beat the press. Really, that's all it does. Help us to beat the press and try to bring in Saka and bring in Trossard, and he did that well against Spurs. But Spurs were rubbish, you know.
Yeah,
So,
supposed to rubbish.
but against Bayern Munich, I'm sure he can do something. And also, if a chance falls, if he like set pieces or if chances fall to Merino, you know he has a little finishing as well. He can shoot,
True.
even though
True.
most times he shoots directly at the keeper. But he's quick on his feet to think, and so I'm hoping that works, you know.
That's
But
not a bad lineup as well.
yeah, I just hope the manager like does not try to be reserved. You know, we are at home. The onus is on us
Yeah.
to beat them. You know,
To
so
beat them.
I
Yeah.
don't mind one goal, 2-0. Let's just get that win
Yeah.
as well, and then we
Result
can move
is
on.
all matters.
And then we can move on to Chelsea. What are you saying for Chelsea? How do you think that game is going to go?
To be honest with you, Chelsea is on form right now, and for some reason they are Arsenal's a little bit of a bully team, especially at Stamford Bridge. Even like last season and 2 seasons ago when Chelsea were not on form, Arsenal still went there and still we didn't play our best football over there. We came out luckily for us with a draw. I want us to go there and win because I feel beating Chelsea at Stamford Bridge is
So we can no longer hear you again. We can't hear you, Johnny-Boy. Yeah, so I'm hoping that we beat Chelsea. And to piggyback on what he's saying, I definitely agree. We need to beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge because it's been a while that we beat them at Stamford Bridge. It's been draw, I think, in the last 2 seasons. So it's high time we go and beat them. And we need to put lots of points between us and anyone trying to compete, right? Because this run, the December run and January run, is going to be crazy. Right, we're playing the game almost every 3 days. We can hear you again. You're playing the game almost every 3 days, so we need to establish
yeah.
that win. You know, beat Chelsea, go 9 points above Chelsea, stay 7 points, assuming Man City win, still stay 7 points between us and them, maintain that 11 points between Arsenal, Liverpool, and let's keep going like that and see where the season takes us. Because I'm having that feeling this season. In none of the other seasons that we competed, I did not have that feeling. But this season, I'm having the feeling because of things that have been happening so far.
Yeah.
Everything seems to be working in Arsenal's favor.
I
But we know
know. I
that's
know.
January,
Everything
February,
is
end of
falling in
February.
line. Yeah.
Yeah, February will be the main decider for us, obviously. But for now, let's just keep getting the win. We have a deep squad. Let's use our deep squad. Hope they get the performance. Chelsea are a tricky team because you don't know the games that they're going to win. The time you
Yes,
think
they
they
are.
will lose, they will come up with the W. The time you think they'll come up with the W, they will lose. But they are Stamford Bridge. They lost to Sunderland at
That's
Stamford
true.
Bridge. So I'm sure we can go there and make it happen because we've never lost to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge since 2018, if I remember correctly. So, you know, let's continue that record.
Yeah,
So you
we've not
expect
lost there in a while, but the truth about it is that we've drawn our last 2 fixtures there, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, two
yes,
two
yes,
and
yes. The
one
last
last season.
instance, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
so in as much as we've not lost to them, but we've drawn. I think we won maybe two and drawn three. I think something like that.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's not
So
a
are you?
bad record, but we need the victory this season more than ever.
Yeah.
That's what the plain fact. the truth about Chelsea, like you said, they're very, very up and down side. You don't know what Chelsea you're going to face.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one reason I want Arsenal to accumulate all the points we can accumulate now, between now and January, because I know down the line, and it happens to, it's only massive that is different from everybody. Every other team seems to falter from like March. Even Liverpool last season, from
Yeah.
like March period, they had some very iffy results. So I know Arsenal has that in them. So, but I believe that if we can get that cushion ahead of every other team, it gives us that. I wouldn't want to say complacency, but like it takes that pressure off us now that, oh, we don't have to, like, even if we lose a game, not to lose one or two games and still not, lose the title or lose whatever we're chasing at that point in time. So that's why I want us to
Yeah.
accumulate all the points we can accumulate right now. And who
Yeah.
knows, if you win Chelsea, that's a moral booster for the player. That's a moral booster right there for our players, whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Beating your rivals does something for theirs. That's
Yeah.
one thing nobody can deny. It does something for the players. You go beat Chelsea, who are second on the table right now. Who knows? The
Mm-hmm.
players might actually believe that, oh, this season might
Yeah.
actually be our own season. So who's to stop Arsenal from winning Chelsea? Beat Chelsea, and the sky is only the limit for Arsenal.
Right. So let's
And to
try to
shut our rivals Chelsea up.
definitely. Um, let's round up with two things. One thing number
Yeah.
one is like, what three players do you think is like need to have a good game against Bayern Munich and against Chelsea, and then your predicted score lines for those two games.
Mm. So for Bayern Munich, I think Raya is number one because I think Bayern Munich is going to be on the first team, just like Sunderland.
Mm-hmm.
I think Arsenal should be prepared for a real battle of fire against Bayern. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen few games of Bayern this season, and they're on the front foot basically. So
Yeah.
I expect company to take the game to Arsenal. So I think Raya should be number one for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then number two, yeah, I don't know. I want to see the pair of them, but like I wish I can say the two defenders, central defenders, Hincapié and Saliba, because we know
Yeah.
Kane loves Arsenal. For some reason, Kane always thumbs up against Arsenal. So
Mm-hmm.
our two, or I can even say the whole defense. Let me just say the whole defense should be on point. Let me just say the whole defense should be on point against Bayern because Harry Kane and Olise are a thorn in the flesh for most teams this season. So Arsenal have to be on point for two of them. And last but not the least, I would say Saka.
Mm.
Saka has to be on point too against Bayern because
Yeah.
I feel Saka, in as much as he has not been spectacular this season, but he's still our main attacking threat. So I'll say
Yeah.
Saka is the third player for me for against Bayern. And against Chelsea, I would say against Chelsea, I'll remove Raya from there. I'll say Eze, Saka, and our defenders Saliba and Hincapié for me.
All right.
Okay, no, I'll
So
say sorry, Rice. I'll say Rice, Saka, and Saliba.
okay,
That's
fair
my
enough.
three against Chelsea.
For Bayern Munich, I would say Saliba, obviously, to handle Kane. Definitely. We need Saliba to step up. We need Rice to step up as well. I still remember the second leg against Bayern Munich 2 seasons ago, how Rice like was playing as if he did not belong in the Champions League. He was playing like he was shook. So this time I want to see more
Yes.
maturity from Declan Rice. So Saliba, Rice, and obviously Saka always need to start to get to step up. Saka needs to step up. And against Chelsea, I want to see Madueke. I want to see Madueke stepping up against Chelsea.
I don't know if
He
he's
has,
going to start. That's why I didn't mention. I don't know if he's going to start
he's
against
going
Chelsea.
to.
That's the
I'm sure he's
truth.
going to
So
come on at some point. He's definitely going to come on at some point because you can't keep playing the Saka for 90 minutes or Trossard for 90 minutes. It's not possible. He's going to come on at some point.
true.
So I need Madueke to step up. I need Saka to step up. He likes to play against Chelsea anyway. And the third person I need to step up against Chelsea will be Calafiori. Calafiori will need to step up because I'm sure they will target him. They know Timber is strong, so they will try to push Pedro
Yeah.
Neto like as much as possible against him. They want to push like double up with James, maybe sometimes swap with Garnacho, those kind of things, against him. So I need him to step up as well against Chelsea. And predicted scoreline for me, Bayern Munich. I'm hoping for just a 1-0. I'm okay with a 1-0 win against Bayern Munich, and against Chelsea 3-0. 3-0 against Chelsea because their striker is rubbish. They only have Dela as their striker, So yeah, 3-0 against Chelsea. My prediction.
Um, for
1-0.
Bayern, I'll go 2-0. I want a 2-0 win against Bayern, convincing 2-0 win. And then against Chelsea, against Chelsea, I know 3-0 is fine, but 1-0 Chelsea, I'm fine with it. As long as we beat Chelsea, I'm good. I just care about the result against Chelsea, not even performance. I don't care about performance. Just give me my 1-0. Let's take a 1-0 and leave Stamford Bridge. I'm fine with the 1-0 scoreline
Yeah.
against Chelsea.
The only reason I'm not okay with 1-0 is
Two clean
because
sheets.
they can come out, they can come back. But yeah, fair enough. Now, you guys, you let us know what you think in the comments below. Let us know what you think about Bayern Munich game. Who should Arteta rest? Who should be rotated ahead of the game against Chelsea and vice versa? Right? Which 3 players do you think are going to be important for us to get a win against Bayern Munich and against Chelsea? And please do us a favor, press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or yet to do so, and I'll be seeing you against after we win,
Chelsea
hopefully,
game.
against Bayern Munich, and obviously the preview. And next, Johnny-Boy will be seeing you again next weekend in the Arrow
Yes, after we beat Chelsea.
after we beat Chelsea. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right. So until then, guys, let's go and watch Everton slap Manchester United.
Come on, you Gunners!
Come on, you Gunners, indeed. Peace, guys.
Thank you.
Psst, psst. Oi. Subscribe. Press subscribe. Thank you.